Good morning, all of you. Welcome to the second part of our chapter 5 Evolution of Communication. Now, let's read about the telephone communication. Telephone is the quickest means of communication, and its inventor was Alexander Graham Bell. It was invented in 1876. One can talk to a person one need to contact and can receive immediate reply to. Telephone facility is available in all parts of our country. We can even talk to our people in far off cities through subscriber trunk dialing, that is STD, and to the other countries through the international subscriber trunk dialing, that is ISD. But nowadays, even international calls can be made through the mobile phones just in a few seconds. Another is telegraph. Electrical telegraph was invented on 25th July 1837 by Sir William Fothergill Cooke and other inventors. It is a system for transmitting messages from a distance along a wire laid between stations. Samuel Morse and other inventors developed a telephone telegraph code in 1837. Then, telex communication. A telex is a machine that transmits and receives telex messages. Messages are converted into signals and which are transmitted by electricity or by radio signals and then printed out by a telex machines in another place. Another one is facsimile. Facsimile or fax is an exact copy of written or printed materials. Fax machines are connected to the telephones lines and can transmit the printed messages or images. These machines can also transmit facsimiles of documents. Then, page communication. Radio paging is new addition to our communication system. A pager is one-way communication service. The person who carries a pager can be contacted anywhere within a certain range. Pager services are available in many cities and towns of our country. Nowadays, voice email facility is also available on pager. Then, mobile satellite phones. Mobile phones are the instruments which can be carried anywhere by the subscriber, and we can dial a number or receive a call even while traveling. Mobile phones have become an essential part of our life, and nowadays we can send and receive messages and pictures through the mobile phones, and we can also access internet through the mobile phones. It is also possible to make video calls using mobile phones, and thus mobile phones have changed their whole scenario of communication. There has been a great improvement in the telephone services in India in the past 20 years. Today, satellite phones are widely in practice. They are similar to the mobile phones and these are directly linked with the satellites. These are very useful in the remote, hilly, and mountainous regions. Then, computer. Charles Babbage is known as the father of computer. Computer is a programmed device with a set of instructions to do specific tasks and generate results at a very high speed. Then let's read about the mass communication. Mass communication is a comprehensive process in which a person, group of people, or an organization sends a message or communicate with a large number of people at a time. Print media, radio, cinema, television, and internet are some of the examples of mass communication or mass media. Let's read about them. First of all, print media. Johannes Gutenberg, 1400 to 1468, was a German printer. He was the first in the West to make a printing press. And with this invention, there came a revolution in the field of print media. Newspaper, magazines, book, and journal became the first and foremost means of mass communications. The Bengal Gazette was the first newspaper published in Asia in 1780 from Kolkata. Then another means of mass communication is radio. Guglielmo Marconi, 1874 to 1937, known as the father of radio, it became a powerful source of mass communication, news, discussions on different topics, advertisements, and entertainment programs are broadcasted on the radio. In our country, the first radio program was broadcast by the Radio Club of Bombay, nowadays called Mumbai, in June 1923. All India Radio, that is AIR, came to be called as Akashvani from 1957. Now, AIR has 584 transmitters. The number of radio stations increased from 6 in 1947 to 403 by March 2014. Radio is useful even for those people who are illiterate. And there comes cinema. Cinema is one of the most powerful audiovisual means of mass communication. Features, films, and documentaries spread the messages of social, cultural, economic, and political importance in 20th century. Indian cinema has become a global enterprise. Cinema as a medium of mass communication has got popularity among the masses. Dada Sahab Phalke was an Indian producer, director, screenwriter known as father of Indian cinema. Then television. John Logie Baird. He is John Logie Baird, 1888 to 1946, was a Scottish pioneer of television and demonstrated the first working television system on 26 January 1926. Like cinemas, television is also a significant source of mass communication. It enables us to watch 5 actions of different activities such as Republic Day, parade, Independence Day celebrations, sports news, and proceedings of Parliament, etc. Doordarshan began its service on 15 September 1959 at Delhi. In 1982, Doordarshan introduced color telecast for the first time. It is one of the largest television networks in the world. It covers about 91.2% population and 82% land area in the country. DD National is the number one channel of our country in terms of absolute viewership. Then comes Internet. The Internet is the international computer network giving electronic mail and information from computers. It is accessible to the general public via modern link. Presently, it is the fastest means of mass communication and it provides detailed information and data on almost every topic through the different websites. Surfing on the internet is done to find something interesting and useful. It is low cost method of communication. That is why it is becoming very popular nowadays. And the last means of mass communication is satellite communication. We depend mainly on the man-made satellites which orbits the earth or remain stationary high up in the space. Sounds and pictures are sent from the earth by transmitters and these are received by the satellites and sent back to the other parts of the world. Satellites help us to communicate within the seconds and satellites also help us to forecast about the weather and climate. So that's all in this chapter. Thank you.